Right, hello guys, Team Monkey here. There's been some interest on the forums for Coroplast. How do we glue it? What can we do with it? Now, in the past, a lot of it has gone to building nitro-based models. We have to remember SPADs as a type of building came about in '98, long before electric models were popularized. Even when I got together into SPADs in 2006, it was all nitro. Really good brushless motors didn't come about till years later. So we've got these, like this is a great sport. You see the canopy's all busted off in this one. I constantly landed upside down because I'm always doing limbo contests with it. This is a 91 4-stroke. The wing for that is a 60-inch Fun Fly wing, and it's an absolute ball. But they build light. Now you could see the box construction. Anything that you could dream up with Adam's foam board, you really could do with Coro. And the weight is not so bad that it's prohibitive to building anything from Coro. You manage your surface area just like you would any other design. So this one was a nitro engine. Could easily be something like a I'd probably go with like a 1,000-watt or even a 1,500-watt electric system on something like this. So that's the big 4-stroke. Sorry for the head motion, guys. I tried a tripod, but I'm stuck with my head mount. This is a prototype that I'm working on. Obviously a profile of a yak with a Webra Speed 36. This is 2mm Coroplast with an EPP core, and then I've coated it with a Mod Podge. It's actually called Mod Podge, the product, to keep the nitro off of it. But this is very light wing loading. I'm hoping to have some fun 3D with that thing. But pure electric. Now this is a lot of fun. This is an NTM 3536 1800 kV motor. I like it with the 7x5 because it gives great climb performance. There's a Turnigy 60 in there with an additional heatsink. But this is where Coro really comes into its own. This is a 2mm wing. It's very easy to fold over. 4mm control surfaces. But you want a hatch? You just cut a hatch. You know, and that's where my 4-cell battery sticks in. And I needed to mount the speed control in there, pop a couple holes, run some zip ties through it. It's great. Up in here, you can see this kind of shiny glue in the corner. This is goop, regular old goop from the store. As far as mounting servos go, you cut just a clearance hole for your servo, a small layer of, or a bead of goop around the sides, shove it in, it's not going anywhere. Now this model I cheated, and I had some commercial control horns, so I used commercial control horns on it. But this little Delta is a lot of fun. Some of our other SPAD construction techniques is to use, I'm trying to look at my iPad while I aim this thing in my head, is to use these. This is a ceiling tile tee from Home Depot. You can get it in 24-inch lengths or whatever, and you just cut it to size, run some number 6 through it, drill a hole for your control horn, and there you go. And it's very, very cost effective. So there's some basics of what we can do with Coroplast, and obviously that's such a small smattering. Let's look at how to prepare this stuff. Is it hard to deal with? And I'm going to show you that it's not hard to deal with. I thought I would show a new project that I'm working on that is Coroplast and will be electric. It's a 40-inch biplane with symmetrical wings. These are 2mm wings, and hopefully I'm aiming this thing right. Sorry, I'm stuck with my head mount in the GoPro. With 36-inch yardstick, American yardstick, in there as a spar. And if you think this looks weak or anything, it doesn't. We've been building these for years. Just a single servo in there. I have pictures on the wing construction. I didn't have my GoPro set up at the time. So now I've got my blank for my fuselage, and again this is 2mm Coroplast. And I've marked it out to score these little fold lines in here. I just use a piece of 3/32 spring steel that's been bent, and it just makes a nice fold line through there. I don't like cutting the flutes when I fold. You can do it, but I prefer to have the double layer. I've been building these fuselages, I don't know, 6-7 years now, 5 or 6 years now, and the double layer in the corners really does help with strength. So anyways, so this is all laid out, but it hasn't been flashed yet. So how do we flash Coroplast? The number one method that most people use is with flame. Simple plumber's torch. And my lighter is here. Now this is 2mm Coroplast, so you have to keep the flame moving quickly. 4mm is a little more resilient. I just lay it right on the Coro and keep moving. And technically you only have to flash where you're going to glue, but really it's easier just to do the whole surface, in my opinion. And you never know where you need to glue something. Pickles. There we go. You never know where you're going to need to glue something. Okay, so there, that's done. Now all we have to do is hit it with some Windex. And these are, I've been doing some other flashing tonight, so I just let them sit out until they dry and then you reuse them. Because, I don't know, no sense throwing them away. So that's it. What, 30 seconds to flash a fuselage? The other way, I'll show you another way to prepare Coro for gluing. Set that over there. Let me dig out this spare Coro. The other way to prepare Coro for glue is to use mineral spirits and a Scotch-Brite type scrubby. Both of these are available from Home Depot. The Scotch-Brite actually comes in, I don't know, maybe an 8-inch by 6-inch stack of pads. I bought a pack when I started building spads back in 2006, and I'm still working off the same pad. Mineral spirits is not caustic. You don't have to wear gloves if you don't want to, but I prefer to just wear gloves. So just a little bit on that, and hopefully the GoPro is picking up the shine. It doesn't take much. Now incidentally, if you want to paint your plane later, you can just use Rust-Oleum rattle can paints, and that's the same process you do. Is you just rub it down with, run the mineral spirits over it. I did not rub hard. There was no muscle involved. But that's how you prepare it for gluing or for painting. I get a lot of colors, but sometimes you just want to add a little touch of something. So that's it. That sheet's ready to be glued. So you have flame or you have mineral spirits for preparing for glue. There's several glue methods, but we'll get to those in a minute.